You got dressed this morning, you looked in the mirror, and something was adding years you haven't actually lived yet. Not your skin, not your face, your hair. And the worst part? The style you're holding on to, the one that feels safe and familiar, is probably the exact thing doing it. 5 hairstyles are aging women over 50 faster than almost anything else in their entire routine. And the fix isn't a dramatic change. It's one specific swap. Each time, I'm going to show you every single one, and what to ask for instead. By the end, you'll know exactly what to tell your stylist at your next appointment. I researched the worst style and beauty mistakes and the best fixes for women over 50, so you get real results, fast. If you haven't already, hit subscribe. I cover this every week. Part 1: The stiff helmet perm. You've seen it. Maybe you've worn it for years and never questioned it. The tight, perfectly round perm. Every curl sitting in the same place, every morning, like a helmet nobody can touch. Here's the thing nobody says out loud. That perm made sense in 1987. On you, right now, at this stage of your life, it's doing the opposite of what you want. It's aging you. Specifically, it's closing off your face. Those tight, uniform curls sit low and wide at the sides, which pushes the visual weight of your hair outward and downward. That horizontal pressure flattens your cheekbones, widens the midface, and pulls the entire frame of your features down. Your face literally reads shorter and heavier in any light, any photo, any mirror. And most women have no idea this is happening. They just know something feels dated. They just can't name what. The perm itself isn't the enemy. The uniformity is. When every curl is the same size, the same tension, the same placement, your hair stops looking like hair and starts looking like a cap. What actually works? A loose spiral wave pattern, larger rods, lower heat, less tension. Not a straight blowout. Not pin straight. Soft, lived-in wave that has movement in it. The kind of curl that looks like your hair does it naturally on a good day. Here's what changes. Instead of a horizontal band of tight curls sitting at cheekbone level and pulling the eye sideways, you get soft movement that travels downward and outward, drawing the eye upward toward your eyes, your brow, the strongest part of your face. Secretly, this one shift does more for your face shape than almost anything else your stylist can offer. A loose wave also photographs completely differently. Tight perms catch light in a way that creates texture but no dimension. Everything looks flat. A soft wave catches light in layers, which creates depth, which reads as volume, which reads as youth. The exact before and after to ask for. Swap the tight uniform perm for a loose body wave using rods 2 to 3 sizes larger than what you've been using. Ask your stylist specifically for movement, not hold. Those 2 words will change the outcome entirely. For upkeep, diffuse, don't scrunch. Scrunching retightens. Diffusing on low heat preserves the soft shape. And refresh with a lightweight curl cream on day 2, not a mousse. Mousse is what makes it go stiff again. One more thing to ask your stylist. Take weight out of the underneath layers. When the bottom of a perm is heavy, it drags the whole wave down. Lightening underneath lifts the wave upward, which is exactly the direction your face needs. Next up, the style that looks neat and polished from the front, but is quietly adding 5 years every time you walk into a room. You'll want to know this one. Part 2, the flat wash and set roller set. Let's talk about the roller set. The weekly wash and set. Perfectly done, sitting neatly, every hair exactly where it's supposed to be. It looks cared for. It looks tidy. And for many women, it's a tradition that goes back decades. The problem isn't the routine. It's the flatness. Here's what a flat roller set actually does to your face. When hair sits close to the scalp with no lift at the root and no movement at the ends, the whole top of your head loses height. And when the top of your head loses height, the proportions of your face shift. The forehead appears shorter, the mid-face takes over, and the lower face looks heavier. Your features compress. Visually, that compression adds years. Not subtly, significantly. Think about what the top of your head communicates. Height there means length. Length means a more oval, refined face shape. Flatness means the opposite. The fix isn't abandoning the roller set. It's adding lift at the crown and softening the ends. 2 changes make the entire difference. First, use larger Velcro rollers at the crown. Set them vertically, not flat against the head. Vertical placement at the crown is what creates height. Second, when you take the rollers out, don't smooth everything down. Let the ends have a little bend, a little flick. That's not messiness. That's movement. And movement is what separates a modern style from a dated one. Most women never touch the crown placement. They set the sides beautifully and then lay the top flat. And that's where years get added without anyone noticing. What you're aiming for? A set that gives you 30 to 40% more height at the crown than you have right now. That's not dramatic. That's not big 80s hair. It's just enough vertical lift to reproportion your face, so your bone structure reads the way it actually is. The exact swap. Instead of setting all rollers horizontal and flat, set your 2 crown rollers vertically, standing upright. Leave them in 5 minutes longer than the rest. When you release, lift at the root with your fingertips before the style sets. Just a gentle separation at the scalp. That's it. That small change at the crown rewrites the whole shape. For upkeep, a light hold flexible spray at the crown, not a firm freeze spray. Freeze spray is what collapses the lift by midday. Flexible hold lets the volume breathe and stay. One practical tip your stylist probably won't offer unless you ask. Ask them to taper the nape when they trim. When the nape is heavy and full, it weighs the whole style down from behind. Tapering there lets the crown float higher, which is exactly what this style needs to stop reading as dated. The next mistake is one I see constantly, and it's the one women defend the hardest. Because it looks dramatic and intentional. But what it's actually doing to your face is the opposite of what you think. Stay with me. Part 3. The severe center part with long thin hair. The center part with long fine hair. It feels sleek. It feels intentional. Some women have worn it since their 20s and genuinely love it. But on fine hair after 50, it's one of the single most aging combinations in any style category. And the reason is specific. It's not about length and it's not about the part alone. It's what those two things do together. Fine hair that's grown long has weight. And that weight pulls the hair flat against the scalp. The longer fine hair gets, the more gravity flattens it. By the time it reaches shoulder length or beyond, it's essentially draped against your head, revealing every inch of scalp at the center part, and pulling the entire visual frame of your face downward. You end up with a flat crown, a wide part line, and hair that fans out at the ends. And that shape creates a triangle that points down. Your face gets framed by something that visually narrows at the eyes and widens at the jaw. That is the opposite of what your bone structure deserves. Here's the real reason this is so hard to give up. Center parts feel neutral. They feel like a non-choice, like you're just letting the hair fall where it wants. But that's exactly the problem. A center part asks the hair to be perfectly symmetrical. And after 50, that symmetry amplifies any asymmetry in the face, rather than softening it. A side part works with your face shape. A center part just splits it. The swap. Move to a deep side part, 2 finger widths off center, above the highest arch of your brow. Not a hard edge, not a common part. A soft, natural-looking shift that creates asymmetry. Asymmetry is what frames a face. Symmetry is what flattens it. Length isn't the issue alone, but combined with fine hair and a center part, you're working against yourself. A trim to collarbone length with long layers takes the pulling weight off and lets the hair move. Long layers in fine hair create the illusion of thickness. A blunt cut in fine hair just makes the thinness more visible at the ends. Before and after swap. Center part with long, flat, fine hair becomes a soft side part at collarbone length with layers starting from the cheekbone down. That one combination, part placement plus layer placement, completely reframes the face. For upkeep, a volumizing mousse at the root while hair is damp, then blow dry with a round brush lifting at the crown. You don't need heat tools every day after that. The root lift and the side part hold well into day 2 and even day 3 with a light dry shampoo at the part line. Your stylist tip. Ask for layers that start at the cheekbone, not the chin. Chin-length layers in fine hair still create bulk at the jaw, which is the triangle shape you're trying to get away from. Cheekbone layers frame the upper face and draw the eye upward. That's the shift that changes everything about how your face reads. Coming up, the hairstyle that looks sharp and modern at first glance, but is secretly the one most responsible for hardening your face. It's more common than you'd think, And the fix is surprisingly simple. Part 4. The blunt chin length bob with no texture. The blunt chin length bob. Clean line, strong edge, nothing wasted. On paper it sounds perfect, structured, polished, modern. And it can be all of those things. But not when it's cut blunt, sitting exactly at the chin, with zero texture in it. Here's what actually happens. A perfectly blunt line at chin level acts like a hard horizontal cut across your face. The eye follows that line. And when the eye is drawn to a horizontal line at jaw level, it reads the jaw is wider, and the rest of the face is shorter above it. That's the opposite direction you want attention moving. You want the eye traveling up, toward your eyes, your cheekbones, your brow. A blunt chin bob with no texture stops attention right at the jaw and holds it there. There's another layer to this. After 50, the jawline naturally softens. It's not a flaw, it's just anatomy. But a blunt, heavy line at chin level actually emphasizes that softening instead of working with it. The rigidity of the cut contrasts with the softness of the jaw, and makes both more visible. The fix isn't going longer, and it isn't going shorter. It's two changes to what's already there: texture and angle. Point cut ends, where the stylist cuts into the ends at a diagonal rather than straight across, immediately break up that hard horizontal line. The ends become feathered, soft, slightly diffused. The weight is gone. The movement comes back. That single change to how the ends are cut transforms the entire silhouette of the bob. The second change: angle the bob so it's very slightly longer at the front than at the back. Even a centimeter of graduation at the front keeps the length near the face long enough to skim the jaw softly, not sit on it like a shelf. Those two changes together, point cut ends and a soft graduation toward the face, take the same bob and make it modern instead of dated. The length stays almost identical. The effect is completely different. I watched a woman in a salon chair last week. Stunning bone structure, perfect posture, and she had a blunt chin bob that was doing all the wrong things to her face. She kept asking the stylist to just clean it up. She didn't know what she was actually asking for. What she needed wasn't a cleanup. She needed 5 minutes of point cutting at the ends. That's the difference between a style that flatters and a style that just exists. The before and after swap. Blunt straight across ends at the chin become point cut. Feathered ends with a soft front to back graduation. Ask your stylist for those exact words. Point cut and graduated toward the face. Most stylists will know immediately what you mean, and the difference takes minutes. For upkeep, blow dry with a flat paddle brush for the first 2/3 of the length, then switch to a round brush for the final inch at the ends. That's what creates the soft bend at the tips rather than the hard flat line. And a tiny amount of lightweight serum on the ends, not the roots, keeps the point cut looking intentional rather than frayed. And the last one, this is the mistake I hear about most in the comments. Women know something feels off but they can't stop doing it. Because it feels practical. Because it feels like it takes years of effort away in the morning. Stay right there. Part 5. The tight pulled back bun or updo. The pulled back bun. Tight, smooth, every hair pinned. It's efficient. It gets you out the door in 5 minutes. It feels put together. For some women, it's been the default since they were 30. Here's what it's actually doing, and this is the one nobody tells you. A tight bun pulls the hairline skin tautly backward. And when the skin at the temples and around the face gets pulled back with that tension, it stretches and then relaxes, repeatedly. Over time, that repeated tension causes traction stress at the hairline, which thins the hair at the temples and edges. So the style that's supposed to look neat is quietly creating visible thinning right where you'd least want it, framing your face. But the more immediate problem is the face framing itself. A tight bun pulls every visual element away from the face. There is nothing, no softness, no movement, no shape, between the hairline and the bone structure. Your face becomes fully exposed, including every element you'd naturally soften with even a small amount of hair near it. Fine lines at the temples, the edges of the jaw, the area beneath the cheekbones. All of it sits completely unframed. And a tight center bun also flattens the crown, removing exactly the height your face shape needs. The fix isn't giving up updos. It's two things, placement and softness. First, placement. Move the bun. A bun sitting at the nape or low on the back of the head drops weight to the bottom and shortens everything. A bun placed at the crown, Higher, centered at the top of the head, immediately adds vertical height, which reproportions the whole face. Second, softness. A tight, sealed bun with no movement near the face is doing harm. Pull 2 or 3 face framing pieces out before you're done. Just small sections at the temples and beside the ears. Let them rest naturally. That small amount of softness near the face transforms the entire effect. It gives the bone structure something to work with instead of leaving it fully exposed. Secretly, those 2 loose face framing pieces do more for how you look than any product you could put on your skin that morning. The before and after swap. A tight low or center bun with no face framing becomes a softly gathered bun placed at the crown with 2 or 3 loose pieces pulled forward at the temples. Same updo. Completely different face. For the tension problem, use a soft scrunchie or a fabric-covered band instead of a tight elastic. A fabric scrunchie holds without the hairline pulling tension of a thin elastic. Your temple hairline will thank you within weeks. One more upkeep tip. When you take the bun down at night, massage the scalp at the hairline for 60 seconds. That circulation at the temple and hairline area supports the hair follicles that repeated tension stresses most. It takes less than a minute and most women never do it. Your stylist can help here too. Ask for a few long layers cut to sit right around your face so that when you put your hair up, those layers fall forward naturally without you having to search for pieces to pull out. That framing is built in. You don't have to think about it every morning. Those are the 5. And every one of them has a fix that takes one conversation with your stylist, or one small change to what you're already doing. You just learned the 5 hairstyles that age women over 50 the most, and the exact fix for every single one. Things most women spend years figuring out on their own, and you did it in one sitting. That's not small. Your bone structure didn't change. Your face didn't change. The hairstyle framing it did. And that changes everything about how you read in a room, in a photo, in a mirror. Tell me in the comments, which of these hairstyles were you wearing without realizing what it was doing? I genuinely want to know. Next week I'm covering the makeup mistakes that age women over 50 in exactly the same invisible way. You'll want that one. Like this video, subscribe to Timeless Wisdom Path, and I'll see you in the next one.